In the wake of Eden's loss, a glimmer of hope emerged. Adam and Eve welcomed their firstborn son Cain. He was a tiller of the ground, a man of the soil. Soon after, Abel arrived, a shepherd tending flocks. These brothers, the first humans born on earth, embodied the promise of a new beginning. Their lives held the potential to rewrite the narrative of humanity. They carried the weight of redemption on their shoulders. But even in this fresh start, the shadow of sin lingered. The consequences of their parents' disobedience echoed in the hearts of their sons. The world outside Eden was a harsh teacher, and Cain and Abel would learn its lessons in the most tragic of ways. As they matured, Cain and Abel sought to connect with their Creator. They understood the importance of sacrifice, of acknowledging God's provision, so each brought an offering from the fruit of their labors. Cain, a man of the earth, brought forth the first fruits of the ground. His offering was a visual testament to his toil, a symbol of his connection to the physical world.
Abel, the shepherd, selected the firstborn of his flock, a lamb without blemish. His offering represented life itself, a precious and costly gift.
Both brothers approached their offerings with reverence, their hearts filled with a desire to honor God. Little did they know that their gifts would reveal the true state of their hearts, setting in motion a chain of events that would forever alter their destinies. As the smoke from their offerings rose towards the heavens, a divine response came. Fire descended from above, consuming Abel's sacrifice in a brilliant display of acceptance. The aroma of burnt offering, pleasing to God, filled the air. Cain watched in stunned silence as his own offering remained untouched. The fire from heaven had bypassed his gift, leaving him exposed and rejected. His heart, once filled with hope, began to twist with envy and resentment.
Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted?
God's words offered Cain a path back to peace, a chance to overcome the bitterness taking root within him. But Cain, blinded by jealousy and consumed by his own wounded pride, refused to listen. He allowed the serpent's venom, the same poison that had corrupted his parents, to seep into his own heart. The seed of resentment sown by his wounded ego began to grow with terrifying speed.
Sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it.
God's words were a lifeline, a plea for Cain to confront the darkness within himself and choose a different path. Yet Cain, trapped in the prison of his own making, refused to heed the warning. He allowed jealousy to fester, transforming it into a murderous rage that would soon spill over, staining the earth with the blood of his own brother. Driven by the venomous whispers of his own wounded pride, Cain lured his brother Abel into the fields.
Come, Abel, let's go to the fields.
He led him away from the safety of their family, away from the watchful eye of their Creator. The fields, once a symbol of life and sustenance, were about to become a stage for the ultimate betrayal.
All right, brother, let's go.
Under the vast expanse of the sky, with only the wind as witness, Cain struck. He raised his hand against his own flesh and blood, taking the life that God had given. The earth, still innocent of human bloodshed, drank in Abel's blood, a silent testament to the depths of human depravity. The silence after the deed was deafening. The wind, which moments before had carried the sounds of brotherhood, now whispered of murder. Cain, his hands stained with the blood of his brother, stood alone, the weight of his sin crushing his soul.
Where is your brother, Abel?
God, who sees all and knows all, confronted Cain.
Where is your brother, Abel?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Cain, his voice trembling with fear and guilt, uttered the words that would forever brand him a murderer. Am I my brother's keeper? His defiance did not sway God. The earth itself cried out against the injustice. Cain's punishment was swift and severe. He was cursed, banished from the ground he once tilled, destined to wander the earth, forever marked by his sin. Cain, overcome with fear and remorse, cried out, his heart heavy with the weight of his actions.
My punishment is more than I can bear. The burden of my guilt is too great. Whoever finds me will kill me. I'm a marked man, doomed to wander in fear.
He was a fugitive in the world he helped populate, a world now filled with his descendants. Haunted by the specter of his crime, he could find no peace.
I will place a mark on you so that no one who finds you will kill you. This mark will be your protection.
God, in his infinite mercy, placed a mark on Cain, a symbol of both punishment and protection. a sign of protection from those who would seek revenge, a divine shield against their wrath. This mark, a constant reminder of his sin, would also serve as a shield, a barrier against those who sought his life. A testament to God's unwavering grace, even in the face of unspeakable evil, a beacon of hope in his darkest hour. Cain, forever changed by his actions, went out from the presence of the Lord, his heart heavy with sorrow. He carried with him the weight of his sin, a burden that would never lighten, the mark of his crime, a visible reminder of his transgression, and the echo of God's mercy, a constant companion in his lonely exile, a reminder that even in punishment there is grace.
Cain wandered east of Eden, a solitary figure in a world still young. He carried the burden of his sin, the memory of Abel's lifeless eyes haunting his every step. The land, once fertile and yielding, seemed to mirror his own barren soul. The mark, a constant reminder of his crime, also served as a barrier. It separated him from others, a visible symbol of his transgression. He was a man alone, forever marked by the sin that had poisoned his heart and destroyed his family. His lament echoed through the ages, a stark reminder of the destructive power of sin. Cain's story, etched in the annals of human history, serves as a chilling testament to the darkness that resides within the human heart.
The story of Cain and Abel is more than a historical account. It is a profound narrative that delves deep into the essence of human nature and the complexities of our emotions. It is a mirror reflecting the human condition, showing us the duality that exists within each of us. It reveals the ongoing struggle between good and evil, a battle that has been waged since the dawn of time. The battle between the flesh and the spirit that rages within us all. Cain's envy, his deep-seated jealousy, and his refusal to master his anger serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of letting our darker impulses take control. This resonates with our own human frailties, our moments of weakness and despair. We see ourselves in his pride, in those moments when we let our ego overshadow our better judgment. His willingness to sacrifice his own brother on the altar of his ego is a powerful illustration of the destructive power of unchecked pride and anger. His story is a cautionary tale, a timeless warning that echoes through the ages. It serves as a reminder of the destructive power of unchecked sin and the havoc it can wreak on our lives and relationships. Yet even in this tale of tragedy, there is hope. A glimmer of light that pierces through the darkness. God's mercy, extended to Cain despite his sin, shows us that redemption is always within reach. This offers a glimmer of redemption, a chance for renewal and transformation. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, God's love is ever present, a constant source of strength and comfort, a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness, guiding us towards a path of light and redemption. The legacy of Cain and Abel extends far beyond their short time on earth. Their story, passed down through generations, has shaped religious beliefs, inspired countless works of art, and continues to resonate in the human psyche. We see echoes of Cain and Abel in the conflicts that plague our world. Jealousy, rage, and violence continue to stain the fabric of human history. The cries of the innocent, victims of senseless acts, echo Abel's silenced voice. Yet amidst the darkness, there are glimmers of hope. Acts of compassion, forgiveness, and selflessness remind us of the inherent goodness that resides within humanity. These acts, often quiet and unseen, offer a counter-narrative to the legacy of Cain, reminding us that love, not hate, is the ultimate victor. The story of Cain and Abel serves as both a timeless warning and a timeless hope. It is a narrative that has echoed through the ages, resonating with countless generations. It warns us of the dangers of unchecked sin, the kind that festers and grows in the shadows of our hearts, the destructive power of jealousy, which can turn brother against brother, friend against friend, and lead to irreversible actions, and the devastating consequences of choosing pride over humility, a choice that can leave us isolated and broken. But it also offers hope, a glimmer of light in the darkest of times. God's mercy, extended to Cain, reminds us that redemption is always possible, no matter how far we have strayed. Even in the face of unimaginable evil, there is a path to forgiveness and renewal. It reminds us that we are not defined by our worst moments, but by our capacity to rise above them. By our capacity for change, for forgiveness, and for love, we can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century with its unique challenges and opportunities, let us remember the lessons of Cain and Abel. These ancient truths still hold relevance today. Let us choose love over hate, forgiveness over revenge, and humility over pride. These choices can shape our world for the better. Let us strive to be peacemakers, bridge builders, and healers in our communities, and beacons of hope in a world desperately in need of healing. Together, we can create a future filled with compassion and understanding.